Welcome to the Soul Medicine Podcast with Dr. Laura Brennis, a space where we explore healing through the body, the mind, the soul, and the spirit. Welcome back to Soul Medicine with Dr. Laura Brennis. In a previous episode, we talked about the ways our body asks us to slow down and how easy it can be to override these signals. And if you've ever found yourself thinking, I know I need to rest, but I just can't stop. Or maybe I feel exhausted, but I keep pushing through anyway. You're not alone. And more importantly, there's a reason for that. Because the question isn't just, why am I so tired? It's, why do I keep going even when I know I need to stop? Why does it feel so hard to slow down, even when my body is clearly asking for it? And a lot of that comes down to something we often don't think about consciously: our nervous system. Your nervous system is designed to keep you safe, not comfortable, not rested, safe. And when your system perceives stress, whether it's physical, emotional, or even internal pressure, it activates what we often refer to as fight, flight, or freeze. Fight can look like irritability, frustration, pushing harder, trying to control what's happening. Flight can look like constant busyness, overworking, always thinking about what's next, feeling like you can't slow down. Freeze can look like feeling stuck, shut down, procrastination, not knowing where to start. And if you really pause and reflect, you may recognize yourself in one of these or moving between these states. And all of these responses are normal, they're protective. Your body is doing exactly what it was designed to do. But here's the part we often don't talk about: we weren't meant to stay there. These responses are meant to be temporary. Your body is designed to move into stress, respond, and then return back to a regulated, steady state. But for many of us, that return doesn't happen the way that it should, because the stress isn't just one moment. It's not just one event. It's ongoing, layered, constant. Work, responsibility, taking care of others, expectations, both internal and external, the pressure to keep everything together. And over time, your system adapts to that. And when that happens, survival mode starts to feel normal. So instead of moving in and out of a stress state, you're living in it. And when you're living in it, you don't always recognize it because it feels just like this is how life is. And that can look like always being on, feeling like you can't stop even when you want to, constant mental activity, exhaustion that doesn't go away with rest, feeling disconnected from your body. Because in survival mode, rest doesn't feel safe. Slowing down can feel uncomfortable, even unsettling. Because when you finally pause, everything you've been pushing past starts to come up. And for many of us, this isn't new. This pattern was learned. It was reinforced over time through expectations, responsibility, achievement, productivity, and being rewarded for pushing through. And at some point, your system learned, I need to keep going in order to be okay. So even when your body is asking you to slow down, there can be something else underneath that says, I can't stop. I have too much to do. I'll fall behind. I should be able to handle this. And when you do try to slow down, what often shows up? Guilt, sometimes even shame, like you've done something wrong by resting. Because your system isn't just responding to what's happening now, it's responding to everything it has learned over time. And this is where people start to feel stuck because, on one level, you know something needs to change. But on another level, your body is still operating from a place of survival. And you can't force your way out of survival mode by doing more because the issue isn't that you're not doing enough. It's that your system hasn't yet learned that it is safe to do something different. And this is where awareness becomes so important. Not to judge yourself, not to fix yourself, but to begin to notice. To notice when you're pushing through, when you're overriding, when you're moving past what your body is asking for. Even just noticing is the beginning of change. Because the more we override those signals, the louder they tend to become. As you move through your day, see if you can begin to practice this, learning to listen to your body instead of overriding it. And just notice what comes up when you do, without judgment, without needing to change anything right away. And if you've been in that pattern for a while, there may come a point when your body no longer asks. It requires you to stop. And in the next episode, I'm going to share what that can look like, not just conceptually, but through a personal experience that made that very clear to me. See you in the next episode. If this episode resonated with you, be sure to follow the podcast so you don't miss future episodes. And remember, be gentle with yourself. You are already whole. You are already worthy. You are so deeply loved. It is safe now to return home to yourself. I'll meet you there. I'm Dr. Laura Brennis, and this is Soul Medicine. This podcast is for educational and informational purposes only and does not establish a doctor-patient relationship. Please continue to work with your own medical professionals for individualized care.